High in the desolate peaks of the Himalayas, a secret lies buried, a secret whispered through time, a secret that could rewrite our understanding of human history. This is the story of the Dropa Stones. The Dropa Stones are said to be a collection of ancient discs, crafted from granite and inscribed with a language unlike any other. Legend has it that these discs hold the key to unlocking a forgotten chapter in Earth's history, a chapter that speaks of extraterrestrial contact, a chapter that challenges our very understanding of who we are and where we come from. The story of the Dropa Stones is a tangled web of intrigue, speculation, and controversy. Our story takes us back to 1937 in the midst of a turbulent era. The world watched with bated breath as global tensions rose. Yet high in the remote reaches of the Bayan Mountains, a discovery was about to be made. A discovery that would reverberate through time. An expedition led by Chipu Te, a young archaeologist from Peking University, ventured into the unforgiving landscape, their mission to explore a series of caves rumored to hold ancient secrets. Little did they know that they were about to stumble upon an enigma that would defy explanation. Deep within a cave, hidden from the world for millennia, Chipu Te and his team stumbled upon a site that would forever alter the course of their lives. There, amidst the stalactites and stalagmites, lay a site that seemed to defy logic and reason. Rows upon rows of graves lined the cave floor, but these were no ordinary graves. The skeletal remains within them were bizarre, almost alien in appearance. The skulls were unusually large, the bodies frail and elongated. A sense of awe and trepidation washed over the team as they carefully began to excavate the site. What kind of beings were these, and what had brought them to this remote corner of the world? The Dropa discs, as they came to be known, were unlike anything Chipu Te and his team had ever encountered. Each disc measured approximately 12 inches in diameter and possessed a curious weight to them, but it was the intricate carvings on their surface that truly captivated the researchers. The carvings were unlike any known language or script. They spiraled inwards from the edge of each disc, forming a series of grooves that hinted at a complex and unknown writing system. What secrets did these strange symbols hold? What stories did they tell? Intrigued and perplexed, Chipu Te carefully packed the discs and the skeletal remains, realizing the magnitude of their discovery. They had stumbled upon something truly extraordinary, something that challenged the very foundations of human history. The enigmatic tale of the Dropa Stones did not end with Chipu Te's initial discovery. Whispers of the strange discs and their inexplicable markings traveled beyond the borders of China, carried on the winds of rumor and speculation. The story found its way to the Soviet Union, where it captured the attention of a new generation of researchers and adventurers. Among them was Vyacheslav Zaitsev, a journalist with a keen interest in the unexplained. Intrigued by the accounts he had heard, Zaitsev embarked on a quest for information, seeking to separate fact from fiction in the swirling vortex of rumors surrounding the Dropa Stones. Zaitsev's search led him deep into the archives of Soviet research institutions, where he uncovered classified documents that hinted at a Soviet expedition to the Bayan Mountains in the 1940s. According to these documents, the Soviets had recovered several of the Dropa Stones and transported them back to Moscow for analysis. The Soviet Union, locked in a Cold War battle for technological supremacy with the West, was rumored to have a particular interest in ancient artifacts and their potential to unlock powerful secrets. Had they found something extraordinary in the Dropa Stones? Zaitsev was determined to find out. Zaitsev's pursuit of the truth about the Dropa stones led him to a network of scientists and researchers who claimed to have first-hand knowledge of the Soviet analysis. Their accounts, if true, were nothing short of astounding. According to these whispers from behind the Iron Curtain, the Soviets had subjected the Dropa stones to a battery of tests, utilizing the full might of their scientific expertise. What they discovered, it was said, defied all known laws of physics and hinted at a level of technological sophistication far beyond anything known to modern science. The stones, they claimed, were composed of an unusual granite alloy, infused with traces of unknown elements. This unique composition, they believed, was the key to the stones' anomalous properties. The Soviets reported that the Dropa stones exhibited strange electromagnetic anomalies and emitted a low-frequency hum when subjected to certain frequencies of sound. Could these be signs of a lost technology, a technology that harnessed the very fabric of reality itself? The implications were staggering. If the Soviets had indeed unlocked the secrets of the Dropa stones, they might possess the key to unimaginable power. One of the most intriguing claims about the Dropa stones was their alleged ability to store and transmit information. According to Soviet researchers, when the stones were placed on a specialized turntable and rotated at a specific speed, they emitted a series of resonant frequencies. These frequencies, they believed, were not random. They carried information encoded within the very structure of the stone themselves. It was even suggested that the stones acted as a form of ancient record, a cosmic hard drive containing the history of a long-lost extraterrestrial civilization. The Soviets, eager to unlock the secrets of this cosmic library, poured resources into deciphering the strange hum of the Dropa stones. They employed their most brilliant cryptographers and linguists, tasking them with cracking the code of this ancient and alien language. Whether they were successful in their endeavors remains a mystery, shrouded in secrecy and speculation. The Soviet Union, after all, was a land of shadows and whispers, where the truth was often obscured by layers of disinformation and propaganda. As the Iron Curtain remained tightly drawn, concealing the Soviet Union's alleged findings about the Dropa stones, whispers of the enigmatic artifacts continued to circulate in the West. Among those captivated by the tale was Ernst Wegerer, an Austrian engineer with a thirst for adventure and a keen interest in ancient mysteries. Wegerer, drawn by the allure of the unknown, embarked on a journey to China in 1974, hoping to uncover the truth behind the Dropa stones. His travels led him to the ancient city of Xi'an, a place steeped in history and rumored to be a repository of ancient artifacts. It was in Xi'an that Wegerer claimed to have had a fateful encounter. He had heard rumors of a museum tucked away in a secluded corner of the city that housed a collection of unusual artifacts. Artifacts said to include two of the legendary Dropa stones. Undeterred by the skepticism of locals and the language barrier, Wegerer persisted in his quest, determined to see the Dropa stones with his own eyes. His persistence, he believed, was about to be rewarded. Following a trail of whispers and half-forgotten maps, Wegerer found himself standing before an unassuming building. The Bampo Museum, as it was known, seemed an unlikely place to house artifacts of such profound significance. Yet Wegerer felt a surge of anticipation as he crossed the threshold. Inside, the museum was dimly lit, its exhibits shrouded in an air of mystery. Wegerer, his heart pounding with excitement, made his way through the labyrinthine corridors, his gaze scanning the display cases for any sign of the Dropa stones. And then he saw them. Two stone discs resting on a pedestal in a dimly lit corner. Even from a distance, Wegerer could see the unmistakable spiral grooves, the intricate carvings that set the Dropa stones apart from any other artifact on Earth. Wegerer, his pulse quickening, approached the display case, his eyes drinking in every detail of the stones. He attempted to question the museum curator about their origins, but was met with a wall of silence. The curator, either unwilling or unable to speak about the stones, offered no answers. Frustrated but undeterred, Wegerer persisted in his attempts to learn more about the Dropa Stones. He pleaded with the curator, offering to pay a hefty sum for any information he could provide. Finally, as if worn down by Wegerer's persistence, the curator relented. He allowed Wegerer to examine the stones up close, even permitting him to take photographs. However, the curator remained tight-lipped about their history, refusing to confirm or deny the rumors that had swirled around the Dropa Stones for decades. Wegerer, armed with his photographs and a renewed sense of determination, left the Bampo Museum more convinced than ever that he had stumbled upon a genuine mystery. He vowed to uncover the truth behind the Dropa Stones, to bring their story to light. Upon returning to Austria, Wegerer shared his story with anyone who would listen, publishing articles and giving lectures about his encounter with the Dropa Stones. His accounts, though met with skepticism by some, fueled the fires of speculation surrounding the enigmatic artifacts. The tale of the Dropa Stones took an even more bizarre turn in 1978 with the publication of Sun Gods in Exile, a book that claimed to reveal the truth behind the enigmatic artifacts. The book, written under the pseudonym David Agerman, purported to be the account of a real-life expedition to the Bayan Har Mountains. According to Sun Gods in Exile, a scientist named Carol Robin Evans had led an expedition to the region in 1947, where they encountered a tribe of dwarfish people known as the Dropa. The Dropa, according to the book, claimed to be descended from extraterrestrial beings who had crashed in the Bayan Har Mountains thousands of years ago. The book went on to claim that the Dropa possessed advanced technology and knowledge passed down from their extraterrestrial ancestors. The Dropa Stones, according to Sun Gods in Exile, were a record of their ancestors' arrival on Earth and their subsequent interactions with humanity. Sun Gods in Exile became an instant sensation, captivating readers with its blend of science fiction, ancient mysteries, and the allure of the unknown. However, the book's authenticity was soon called into question, with many critics dismissing it as a clever hoax. As the whispers of the Dropa Stones echoed through the halls of academia and the shadowy corridors of government agencies, a growing chorus of skepticism began to emerge. Scholars, scientists, and researchers, armed with logic and a healthy dose of skepticism, began to scrutinize the claims made about the enigmatic artifacts. The very foundation of the Dropa Stone narrative, they argued, rested upon a foundation of hearsay, speculation, and a lack of verifiable evidence. The accounts of Chipu Tei's discovery, while intriguing, lacked the rigor of scientific documentation. The Soviet claims of advanced technology and extraterrestrial origins, shrouded in Cold War secrecy, seemed more like the stuff of science fiction than scientific reality. And the sensationalized accounts in Sun Gods in Exile, while captivating, reeked of fabrication and sensationalism. The Dropa Stones, it seemed, had become a magnet for speculation, attracting fringe theorists, pseudo-archaeologists, and those eager to embrace the extraordinary without the burden of proof. But could the skeptics unravel the tangled threads of the Dropa Stone enigma and expose it for the hoax that many suspected it to be? One of the most glaring inconsistencies in the Dropa Stone narrative was the lack of physical evidence. Despite decades of claims and counterclaims, no museum or scientific institution has ever come forward to confirm the existence of the Dropa Stones within their collections. Ernst Wegerer's photographs, while intriguing, were of such poor quality that they provided little in the way of definitive proof. The images, grainy and out of focus, could easily have been of any number of ancient artifacts, their true nature obscured by the limitations of the camera and the passage of time. The alleged Soviet research locked away in classified archives remained tantalizingly out of reach for independent verification. Without access to the original Dropa Stones, or at least detailed scientific analyses, the Soviet claims of advanced technology and extraterrestrial origins rang hollow. Even the accounts of Chiputay's initial discovery were called into question. The lack of detailed records, the absence of any mention of the Dropa Stones in official Chinese archaeological reports, and the mysterious circumstances surrounding the alleged translation of the disc's inscriptions all cast a long shadow of doubt over the entire narrative. Adding to the enigma of the Dropa Stones was a pervasive lack of cooperation from those who claimed to have first-hand knowledge of their existence. Requests for access to research materials, photographs, or even anecdotal accounts were often met with silence, evasion, or outright hostility. The Chinese government, for its part, remained tight-lipped about the Dropa Stones. Official requests for information were met with bureaucratic stonewalling, while independent researchers attempting to visit the alleged discovery site in the Bayan Mountains were often turned back by authorities or discouraged from pursuing their investigations. The Soviet Union, no stranger to secrecy and disinformation, proved equally unforthcoming. With the collapse of the Soviet Empire, many hoped that the classified archives would be thrown open, shedding light on the Dropa Stone enigma. However, the truth, if it existed, remained elusive, locked away in vaults guarded by a new generation of bureaucrats and intelligence agencies. The Dropa Stones, it seemed, were destined to remain an enigma, a tantalizing mystery shrouded in secrecy, speculation, and a frustrating lack of cooperation from those who claimed to hold the keys to unlocking its secrets. As with many enduring mysteries, the passage of time did little to diminish the allure of the Dropa Stones. Instead, the lack of concrete evidence and the persistent wall of silence surrounding them seemed only to embolden those who believed in their extraterrestrial origins. The narrative gaps, once fertile ground for healthy skepticism, became canvases upon which imaginative minds could paint elaborate tales. The Dropa Stones, already shrouded in enigma, were gradually woven into a complex tapestry of fiction, embellishment, and outright fabrication. Each retelling of the story seemed to add new layers of intrigue, often borrowing elements from popular science fiction and ancient astronaut theories. The Dropa people, initially described as a tribe of dwarfish individuals, were transformed into ethereal beings with advanced psychic abilities and a cosmic connection to the Sirius star system. The Dropa Stones themselves took on an almost mythical quality. No longer mere stone discs inscribed with an unknown language, they were now described as possessing supernatural powers capable of healing the sick, manipulating gravity, and even opening portals to other dimensions. Despite the growing fantastical elements surrounding the Dropa Stones, a dedicated group of researchers and skeptics remained committed to unraveling the truth behind the enduring mystery. Armed with a healthy dose of skepticism and a commitment to scientific rigor, they began to meticulously pick apart the Dropa Stone narrative, exposing its inconsistencies and revealing its fabricated foundations. Their investigations led them to the heart of the mystery, the original sources of the Dropa Stone story. What they discovered was both surprising and revealing. The earliest accounts of the Dropa Stones, those that had captured the imagination of so many, were found to be riddled with errors, omissions, and outright fabrications. Chiputay, the archaeologist credited with discovering the Dropa Stones, was revealed to be a fictional character, his name and credentials invented by early proponents of the story. The Academy of Prehistory in Beijing, where the Dropa Stones were allegedly translated, was found to be non-existent. Even the photographs taken by Ernst Wegerer, long considered the most compelling evidence for the existence of the Dropa stones, were debunked. Experts in ancient Chinese artifacts pointed out that the objects in Wegerer's photos bore a striking resemblance to discs, common jade artifacts from the Neolithic period, their unusual appearance easily explained by natural weathering and mineral deposits. The Dropa stones remain an enigma, a tantalizing puzzle lost in a maze of speculation, misinformation, and deliberate fabrication. The more we delve into their alleged history, the more elusive the truth becomes. Were they ever real, or were they merely a product of our collective fascination with the unknown, a testament to our desire to find evidence of something extraordinary in a world often bound by the ordinary? Despite decades of investigation, no definitive proof of their existence has ever surfaced. The physical evidence remains elusive, locked away in inaccessible archives or lost to the mists of time. The eyewitness accounts, often contradictory and riddled with inconsistencies, raise more questions than they answer, and the sensationalized tales of extraterrestrial origins and advanced technology, while captivating, crumble under the weight of scrutiny and scientific analysis. Yet the allure of the Dropa stones persists. Perhaps it's the romantic notion of a lost civilization, their secrets etched onto stone discs, waiting to be deciphered. Or maybe it's the tantalizing possibility that we are not alone in the universe, that ancient astronauts walked among us, leaving behind enigmatic clues of their presence. Whatever the reason, the Dropa stones continue to capture our imaginations, reminding us that there are still mysteries in this world that defy easy explanation. They stand as a testament to the power of belief, the allure of the unknown, and the enduring human need to find meaning in the patterns of history and the whispers of the cosmos.